that pretty much all the food you received?
Yeah,
So that was 3 square meals a day of...
liquid food.
So, and that was certainly not
You
enough
know,
to sustain yourself on.
you were glad that you got it, but they gave you this little pot that they stole from people,
Mm-hmm.
because from where should we have it?
So, tell me about the sorting when you first arrived.
What?
The sorting when you came off the train.
Okay, I was lucky that I had Mengele. That was the guy who points you to the left or points you to the right. I saw him 6 times,
Tell me about him.
and thank God, he did not chose me to get killed. Okay, that
Sure.
was luck. Mengele was the guy that you really had to fear, because if he chooses you, then you are gone.
Sure.
So,
What did
thank
you
God.
think of him when you first saw him?
The most gorgeous man I ever met.
Really? Was he?
And I couldn't believe that this is the man that does these things. And he came into the barrack for the last time when we left, to choose 200 workers from the Czech group. And all the rest of the people were dismissed and were sent into another camp. And then they were sent for, annihilation means for death.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in Auschwitz, they had many of these baths where they had showers. And you had the water coming, and you had the, I would say, chemical that came down. And when the chemical came down, you were dead. And then they had people, again from the concentration camp, who shoved these people straight into the ovens that went straight from the showers. They opened the door to the side and moved the people right in. Thank God I never witnessed the part that they took the people into for inhalation,
Sure.
I never saw that.
Did you know it existed?
Yes,
When did you
because
find
I
out?
could smell when they burned them.
Sure.
And we were told, from the underground and so on. So
in Auschwitz, that area was kind of underground a little bit and off to the side. Now they had more than one.
right.
Correct. And so
If you were there,
Mhm.
and where the train goes,
Yes.
as you get off the train, okay, you probably will go through a certain barracks that you go. And then probably then you have a wash place, and then you can close that so nobody can get in no more. And then you have barracks again, and always the same amount for so many barracks and beds and so on. The wash places were very close always to the barracks because they were scared of, getting infection.
And disease and germs and
Right.
very
And
germophobic.
you better not have a disease. The minute you have a disease, they get you faster than you think.
Well, just grab you as soon as you got a cough. It's
That's it.
okay.
Now, I had a friend by the name of Freddie Hirsch. He was an exercising person, and he ran a Jewish exercise group in my hometown. And then he went to Prague. And from Prague, he went to Theresienstadt. There was a rumor that 100 children will come by the place, Theresienstadt, and the next day they will go to Israel for an exchange for soldiers and the giant children. Well, everybody believed it
Sure.
when they saw the children. And Freddie Hirsch volunteered and said, I will stay with the transport until I can safely give them, and then I will come back.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he believed. In the meantime, those children and Freddie Hirsch wound up in Theresienstadt. I mean, in Auschwitz, and they died there.
Mercy. So they
He
believed
was
they
a
were.
wonderful guy. My God, in Theresienstadt, he had exercise classes for elderly, and so.
So they believed they were giving themselves as exchange for prisoners of war.
Right.
And it turned out they were just being shipped off.
Right.
Okay. Getting back into you knew of the existence of, and as far as acts of cruelty while you were there, did you witness anything that was?
In Öderan was a German woman
Mm-hmm.
who was not Jewish, but she had a Jewish boyfriend. And they let her have it left and right.
I'm sorry?
She came with a tushy so blue and black and she was beaten so badly, and she was put with us in our work, do the same work. And she told the lady who was in charge of it, I am not Jewish, why do you put me here? And they always gave her the same answer, because you were connected to a Jewish man. And she hasn't dated him that long. She said, I knew I'm not supposed to date him. I stopped already a few months ago. And they still were holding it against her.
So they looked at her as a traitor?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So that was the only one that I saw that was beaten.
Okay.
I witnessed 4 people that got very sick and died. I went to one of them to a funeral that they did let us go and open the casket and then go down where the cemetery was. At one time, Öderan had a Jewish cemetery, and they permitted us to take these bodies over there. So that was still nice from them.
That was late.
Yeah.
That was near the end of the war.
Yeah.
So tell me about when you left Auschwitz. How did that come about? Was there an age range?
Okay. As he came, as Mengele came, okay, Mengele chose the people under 18, over 38, no scars. He overlooked you from the top to the bottom, no scars. So if you had a surgery, let's say eye surgery or surgery, appendix, that usually young people have, they were right away put to the side. And they cannot be used for also if he found out that some of the women were pregnant.
No
So, no good. There was one girl with us in Öderan who was pregnant, and she was taken and put away. We didn't know where. After the war, the mother was alive,
Yeah.
but the child they killed.